Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschata Deshatarani Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So we have been contemplating one of the best prayer that we have ever heard, that is from Rupa and Sanatana Goswami to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that they offered in Ramakili. Because they were at the best positions that we can think of, the prime minister and the finance minister of this Nawab Hussain Shah kingdom, and how uh, significantly, right, in an insignificant way, they really approached Mahaprabhu. Through that, we can really understand, uh, because an acharya means they show by their practice, they show how to approach. So as a Rupanugas, it's very important for us, right, to contemplate on this pastime, how Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, they approached Mahaprabhu, with the blade of grass in their mouth. They offered Dandavat. Uh, and because of their qualification, they didn't think that, okay, we are so much dignified aristocrat person, so that we can approach directly Mahaprabhu. No. So they approached Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, and only through them they approached Mahaprabhu. So how a devotee always feels, unqualified, to approach the Lord directly, and he approaches through the Lord's associates, Lord's devotees. And then we talked about, like, with a blade of grass, how a devotee feels insignificant, you know, really utterly disqualified, uh, and yeah, there are various meanings, because it's instructive as well. What do we mean by, like, holding a grass in the mouth? Right. One of the meaning our acharyas are saying that, uh, right, because most of the times we are flying, with respect to our past activities, or the pious results, or the so much of piety that we have done, or we are thinking about, oh, in the future I will do this and I'll do that. So we are really flying uh, with the two wings of past and future. But once we approach the Supreme Lord, how we should be grounded? We should be grounded to the present moment, to the now. Right? So if we just think of that, like, oh, while that is the most important instruction of Mahaprabhu, that while the chanting should be followed. Now, with Trinada Pishanichena, Taroriva Sahishnana, Amanina Manadeva, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Right? Chanting should be really mixed with this humility, tolerance, and offering respect to others without and expecting any respect in return. Right? Once we have these components added to the chanting, then it is really pleasing to the Supreme Lord. And once you talk about the Trunada Pishunichara, yes, we should be humbler than the blade of grass. And just like grass is really grounded on the earth, we should be also grounded at the present moment. We should be focusing now, right? How I'm offering, my utmost prayer, utmost offering to the Supreme Lord Krishna. You know, Nam Namakari Gohuda, Lord and His names are non different. How at this present moment, now I have been given this opportunity, I have been gifted with the association of the holy name, right? How with that utmost humility and being attentive and being grounded, being, present now. How I should really pray to the Supreme Lord, in the form of the holy name. And in which mode? I sing Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dayamaya Patita Pavana Jaya Jaya Mahashaya. I sing that all glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most merciful savior of the fallen souls, and all glories to the Supreme Personalities. Right? And now, once you, how do you feel insignificant? Then we should know that how great is the Lord. It's not only, we should really contemplate on the greatness of the Lord, how Lord is so sweet, right, with his wonderful features. And not only Lord is, sweetest, but also he is the most merciful. He's not only the greatest, he is not only the sweetest, but also the most merciful. That really differentiates from any other living entity, than the Supreme Lord, and especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hmm. And नीच जाति नीच संगे करी नीच काजा तुम्हारा अग्रते प्रभु कोहिते वाशिला जा. Like Rupa and Sanatana Goswami saying that, oh Lord, we belong to the lowest class of men, Nicha Jati, Nicha Sangi, our associates and employment, and that are of the lowest type. Therefore, we cannot introduce ourselves to you. We feel very much ashamed in standing here before you, right? Like as we are discussing, like they were at the topmost position of that kingdom, right? If we would have been in that case, we've been given some big title by the government, like Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and something like that, or high position. How do you really approach, a spiritual person, right? Like we would introduce us, oh, I am the minister, I am this and that, right? But here, how Rupa and Sanatan Goswami introducing, and we can consider how insignificant we are and how we should really approach a spiritualist or the Supreme Lord, or our spiritual master. It's in Nicha Jati, though they were also born in a Karnataka Brahman, Saraswat Brahman family, right? But they were saying that we are Nicha Jati, we don't have any qualification from the birth. And Nicha Sangi, even our associates, because we are always serving this king, Nawab Hussain Shah, and all the lectures and governors. And we are Nicha Kaja, right? Like, because we are helping this Nawab Hussain Shah and conquering so many things. So our Karja also is very Nicha, very low. And the same way also, like what birth qualification we have, or what association we have, or what the activities we do, we can really uh, introspect ourselves and feel that yes, we are the lowest of low, right? And tomorrow aage the Prabhu, yes, no, we are now in front of you, but we are feeling ashamed, and not trying to glorify ourselves, but we are ashamed, and they are going to really one more level. He's saying that matulya nasti papatma naparadhi na kaschana parihare pi lajja me kimbrubhe purushottama. Dear Lord, let us inform you that no one is more sinful than us, nor is there any offender like us. Even if we wanted to mention our sinful activities, we would immediately become ashamed. What to speak of giving them up? पतित पावन हेतु तुम्हारा अवतारा आमा वही जगते पतित नहीं आर जगाई माधाई दुई करिले उद्धारा ताहा उद्धारिते श्रम नाही लो तुम्हारा. They are saying that, oh Lord, you can only deliver this fallen souls, and nobody else is more fallen than us. And you have delivered Jagai and Madhai. Now you have to do the most and more right powerful and most important thing, because we are even more fallen than even Jagai and Madhai. And yes, because the Jagai Madhai, they were born in a Brahman caste, they were in Navadip, they had so much of qualification, but they had not served low class people. and they were, and somehow they were not instruments in killing, and doing so many other things, torturing brahmanas and cows and so on. But yes, because we have been associated with the king, we have been doing so many sinful activities, so please, give your mercy and be the most merciful. And that's what you are, here for. So this is the mode, right? Like Rupa and Sanatana Goswami teaching us how, humble we should be, and how, in a begging way, in a crying way, right? In a mood of no other shelter, akinchanatvam, ananyatvam, right? We should really offer everything at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. हरिनाम प्रभु की जय,
जय।
पंचतत्व भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
हरे कृष्ण।